Yo! Welcome to First Shake. I am your host, Lashad Frank. Here with my other host,
Con Bailiffs. We back at it, man.
What's good, man? What's good, my friend?
The
Good, my guy?
Alright, son. The expansion draft happened. The
expansion draft finally happened, man.
It was good. Was it? Wait. As a casual fan,
did you enjoy it? Do you think the casual fan enjoyed it?
Not sure. I mean, people, if you're watching it, if you're watching it, I mean, most people that watch it, they probably thinking, "Damn, that should have been me," right? Or something like something of that.
You always gonna get that.
Something of that nature, right?
Yeah,
definitely. But like, me watching as a casual fan, I mean, just a supporter of the league, it seemed well to me. I loved it. I love seeing certain video clips that came out and content that came from it. The picks, I mean, we'll go through the picks, whatever we do, pass or fail. It was cool. The first pick, of course, was
well, let me.
No, not even that. I'm just saying. Of course, the first pick was known and it was known beforehand.
The first pick was
whatever.
The
But
streets was watching on that. Everybody was ear hustling on that first pick.
But you continue.
Yes. So my only issue, you know me, I gotta keep it a hundo. My only issue was with the whole experience. Basically, I just didn't think it was fan friendly.
Sure.
I felt like I would love to have seen the teams call the players.
I mean, they showed that bits and pieces, of course. They showed,
or even had the players that were, because it was a set group that we knew was going to be. Everybody knew who was probably going to be taken. Have at least 10 of those players coming to New York.
You knew Larry was going to be taken?
There was conversations from what I heard, but I don't know if it. You're right, but that's the beauty of it, though. Like, you bring out the ones you know for sure. Like, we know Shots. We knew Nate was
the league kind of like, this is not proper, but maybe they baby these players a little bit. They don't even want to put them in a situation where they don't even have to face that type of disappointment.
It's going to happen on season 2. It's going to be people sitting in that room that ain't getting called.
They might not get a ticket out to, well, no.
That's tough. That's tough.
All right, relax.
So, I mean, that's my only thing about it. I just felt like it was very, it didn't play out well on the stream. Like, you just see two people talking, then Dirk's getting the call in. I just felt like it felt very disengaged.
I know what you're talking about. It felt like two people just speaking regular to you. I actually watched it on mute, so I
see?
No disrespect to Dirk and Phil.
No, they did.
I was actually watching outside. That's why I watched it on mute. But I remember like the first minute I was watching, they were like speaking, and it was just like, this seems like very to the script draft, nothing unorthodox, regular straight. I know some people like that, man. Some people like it. No, I have no qualms with it, man. It happened, you know.
Yeah, I just wish sometimes they need to really reach to us to get a better experience, so they get a better.
Well, like fan surveys.
Yeah, like.
Bro, that's gonna have everyone going crazy. Like,
true.
It's gonna be wild. I get what you're saying though. You still want to appeal to your viewers on when you're giving out. It could be a little more spice in the draft, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be a little bit of a little more player profiles, but in the player profile, the player be like,
exactly. Stats, highlights.
No. Stop with the redundant stats, man. Stop. I'm just saying.
I mean,
no. Can I finish? I was just basically saying like maybe have players like just say like this is why you draft me. And this is what you get from drafting me. And just one little tidbit, like, the most difficult thing of my season. Of course, these interviews happen behind scenes, I'm sure.
Yeah,
but maybe they have like a little video of each player up on it. Like, this is why you draft Nate Cal. This is why you draft Feast. This is why you don't draft
at the very least, you could have did expose or Shots. Because everybody knew consensus was going to be Shots for the most part. You knew he was going to get taken at some point. So Shots, Nate Cole was kind of in the mix. So anybody other two,
a little big story on Shots leaving the Blazers and how hard it is for him to be taken away from his home. But you know they are. I feel they are really tight on sharing some of these type of information or backstage type of.
But it goes into what you've said. You said the league needs to show the other side. It doesn't always have to be peachy clean. Like it can, and not even saying that's bad, but
no, that's great to show to me, but but they don't like showing that. They don't.
Yeah, show the emotion of being ripped from the #1 team in some people's mind. Like that's okay.
Show the flaw of the process or some. But I guess that's what they don't want to expose. They don't want to expose the flaw of that. They don't want to say that process is flawed.
But there's never been an expansion draft in the history of sports, and I'm including this as part of a sport, where you can take somebody's best player or third best player. It's always been in expansion drafts, teams give up their worst player, and you pick from the worst people. Now, there might be 1 or 2 gems in there because the team might have a disgruntled employee or something like that. But for the most part, you've never seen a draft where it's all this talent. Now, maybe that was the point of why they did it. They wanted to not hurt teams going into year 2. But there has to be a better way. You have to trust the draft pool. You have to trust your process. That's the only thing that expansion draft showed me is that they don't trust the draft pool coming into year 2. If you're telling me that I have to give up a vital piece of my organization so another team can be great, that tells me you don't trust the draft pool or the combine process to give the best available players in the league.
You always take it next level, man. Hey. But I've only been around for a few drafts in my lifetime or expansion drafts in my lifetime, so you the old head on this topic. I'm not really.
The last big expansion draft that I remember, outside of the hockey draft was recent, and it worked in Las Vegas' favor. The Las Vegas ended up getting a really crazy team because of the way they did their process. But they made it to the finals, I think. So that tells you something. Like if you do it that way, so we know for a fact that one of these teams, expansion teams, will make the playoffs, if not two of them, and one could possibly be in the finals because of the way of the picks they got in this expansion draft. So,
I'll say that for another episode.
I mean, you said all last season's shots was.
Listen, the production people was giving the signal to move on, whatever the case. Yeah. Pass or fail on the draft.
Pass or fail. So basically, we're going to break down every pick, and we're going to give the team grade, pass or fail, and we go from there. That's how that goes. All right, so we got the first pick. Well, who had the first pick?
Man, you don't remember the first pick for the draft? It wasn't that monumental.
I mean, I know shots, but I don't remember the team. That's sad, right?
No, it's not. I know you know. It's the Hawks.
It was the Hawks. Hawks Talent GC. They took that.
And it's on the bottom of the ticker.
Yeah, it's on the ticker.
That's how I knew you knew. That's how. No, I knew you knew you were talking about. All right, it's high.
Ticker was taking mad long to come, but
anyways, yeah.
Yeah, Hawks Talent GC took that boy shots. And we're going to just do both picks because it's a pass or fail on the Hawk experience. So
we're doing...
Well, we're going to put both picks together.
Both picks in the pass or fail together?
Yeah, like in terms of... Cause it's a team grade. You get what I'm saying? You can break it down individually, but it's a team grade.
I'm doing mine individually. You could do your little team grade, sure.
So, we had that boy shots, and then they took in the second round, they took Arsenal. Together... On paper, it looks like they won. You got someone who could play from 2 to 5 or 1 to 5.
Bro, we don't do paper talk on First Shake. I ain't going. I don't want to hear no paper talk. I want to hear your stance. I don't want to hear no paper talk. I don't want to hear none about. Stance? I don't want to hear none about nobody averaging 20 points. Unless you're gonna talk about how much they gave up on the defensive end. Like I don't want to hear none of it's your stance.
I think, as long as people can mesh, they did good. If they can get those two players to mesh, and it's just about, because they're coming from 2 different teams who are on 2 different pages. You got shots coming from #1 team, undisputed, winning tradition, winning ways, and then you have Arsenal who came from Boston, who was in the middle of a pack team. They didn't really figure it out.
But they made two.
They made 2 finals of 2 tournaments, but didn't do anything in terms of the regular season. That's how
8 and 8. They finished 8 and 8.
Yeah, but they didn't make the playoffs. That's what we talk about. That's big boy talk, big boy world.
Okay.
So they're not coming from. He's not coming from a playoff team. He's not coming from a super winning tradition. 8 and 8. It's not winning. It's 500. So that's the thing. It's cultures. Getting those 2 cultures from those 2 different teams.
I mean, you brought up cultures. I seen his teammate had posted an interesting tweet about him, about how he can be one of the best in the world if he puts the work ethic in, and the whole if he learns how to approach screens and the pick and roll and things like that. I mean, no, I'm just saying what his teammates said.
Yeah, that's what his teammates said. That's true. I'm not disputing that.
So it could be some type of work ethic issues. You never know. Not putting that on him. I'm just saying what his teammate said. His teammate said he could be the best in the game if he put the work in. So it all comes down to that. For me, the draft was for the Hawks. It was good. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the last pick in the draft. They could have only got Vert, Ars, Slaughter, whoever, and it was at the end of the day, I'm sure it probably came down to Vert or Ars. You know, however that came out, and there's nothing they could do with that pick, right? That's what you gotta say.
No, that's something they could have did. I mean, they didn't have to take Arsenal.
But, so what? They would have took Vert. There's nothing you can do. It's Vert or Arsenal. Who else are you taking in the pool?
Slaughter's in the mix. Slaughter toast.
Slaughter isn't of the same caliber. I don't think they would. The Hawks think Slaughter's of the same caliber as those other two players. Not saying me. I said the
team itself. So what is your grade? What do you give the grade for the draft?
I don't give them no grade. I give them a pass. Like I just give them a strict. I give them a strictly pass. But it's not a high pass, and it's not a high pass. It's not a 65 either. So you know.
I mean, 65 is borderline New York.
No, 65 is 65 is passing New York.
So
but
you're not even giving them a 65. How you passed it?
I couldn't bring a 65 home to my mother. No, I'm saying it's not that low. You feel me?
I feel you.
Saying it's not a 65.
Yeah, I mean, I give them a pass. I mean, they did the obvious. They got shots, and they got somebody that.
If you was in that situation, though, you'd probably end up with the same thing unless you trade in Arsenal. You
exactly.
feel what I'm saying?
So, I mean,
the only thing is unless you could think of something.
I just hate predictable stuff. Like, I think you got to work the system and find the gem. And I'm not saying that they didn't. I'm just saying that it can go that situation.
You know, I had actually seen shots that sent out a tweet or something like that, and Arsenal had responded before. It's something about defense again. The same thing. It was about you can't be versatile. Some nonsense. Defense. I see something like that, and so it was kind of interesting. It was kind of weird seeing this pairing together. Of course, they played together, and 2K guys this year, all type. Like, they've been playing together forever in their career, whatever.
Exactly.
So it's kind of interesting. So I guess maybe he's gonna get Arsenal glitchy. You know, maybe he's the key to unlocking the full potential of Arsenal.
I want to talk about that too a little bit later if we have a more. I'll probably save for my final shake. But like playing together and stuff like that.
But I don't know. Fab can't get you glitchy. But I mean, he was glitchy, right? He averaged like 21. So yeah, I mean, according to 2K numbers. So.
And you know, like you said about the centers and stuff like that, it's always a little bit. It was more skewed. So
it's not always a little bit. It is inflated. But I was gonna say I can show you some numbers in the league right now. You'd be like, damn, this guy was a dog. Yeah. And you're like, no, he wasn't. Especially with the way the new game is gonna be set up with mashing, with it not being mashed. For them to get two bigs now, they lucky these guys are versatile players. You know, well I don't know, but you get what I'm saying when I say they're really. Now I hate to throw that word versatile back up there, but they're lucky. Like I think Shot can move to the 3. I'm not saying he's going to move to the 3, but I'm just saying like if need be or anything of that nature. You know what I mean?
And I think that's what you want to do with your first pick. If you're Atlanta, you want to get the best player available, and you want to get a player that's versatile. They got both of those.
No, they didn't get a
Shots can play.
No, sure. Yeah, definitely. No. The way you worded it, you made it seem like they got two great versatile players.
No, they got one, and that's what you got to give the first pick. And then you get a piece that can be there to go with that movable piece. And
sure, I mean they did the best possible. They did the best possible.
Like you said,
listen. They
got a high pass.
But they couldn't have got a high pass based on the situation. You understand what I'm saying?
Based
on the talent pool that's in the draft compared to whatever, there was no way they could have gotten a high pass unless what is it? It's either the last thing going. It's either they get Vert, Arsenal. Got a 2K.
And
they chose Arsenal. We can't go. You're not gonna go wrong with Arsenal. I mean, except for a few things. Shots get him right. You get him right. That's it.
All right, so let's go to the second pick, which was the Brooklyn Nets GC or Nets Gaming Crew. They took Nate Call from the Knicks, the Finals MVP. Some consider the best defensive player in the league. And their second pick in the second round was Oshaki, which was the sixth man that came in towards the end of the season for Pacers gaming. Now, with this being said, right, a lot of people, even that on the draft day, Dirk and Double E, or Phil I.E., I think that's his name, Or Philip
How you get Philip E. Visa? How you give him double?
But that's his thing. His thing is.
Oh yeah, all right, cool. Shout out to Sun. Shout out to Sun. Let's go. Right.
So Oshaki was kind of a shock to them because they thought it was better possible talent on the board, but
talent like who? Like Arsenal and Vert and
God of 2K people like
and
that.
Mr. Slaughter.
Yeah, Mr. Slaughter Toast. Slaughter Toast. So to a lot of those, to them it was a little bit of a shock. The people who are of the know, that Shaki's a really good player. And the thing that
Dirk's of the know, so he knows also.
But he was shocked too. He seemed like
probably shocked at the positioning, maybe a second, maybe.
So my thing with that is, I think I give them a pass, and I give them a high pass, only because their number one job as Brooklyn was to establish and create the rivalry with the Knicks. How do you do that? Now, the ultimate way would have been if they did what we said, which is take Idris. That would have been instant spark. But the second best way is Nate Carr. You take a piece from their championship team that hurts them immensely. And and Nate Carr took that piece. I'm saying it all just good job later. Forgive me, y'all. But Nate Carr is that missing piece. So
think so?
Yeah, definitely. He is the person that he's not the guy that's gonna drive the rivalry. We've said that. He's not talk trash, drive the rivalry person. But in the sense that he is a pick that hurts the Knicks going into next year. And that establishes the rivalry.
All right, the producers, Frank, what was the grade, Frank? What's the grade?
Pass. I said high pass.
Okay.
I said high pass. All right. So go ahead.
For my take in on this, basically, just we just saw the Hawks. They had a great. They went for straight stick skills, whatever. As far as what they would appear to, what their research tells them, stick skills. Now you see the Nets. They're here with more of a culture or core type of draft, mostly a character type of a character draft.
A culture.
So we're seeing two different type of drafts at the moment.
Definitely.
Which is really interesting. I mean, if they went for culture, they got culture, right?
And I think that's important because
you know what's interesting. Most so is that these two guys are supposed to be, I don't say they're role players, but these two are like, they're role players. So they have drafted now two role players and a role player that can, if he wants, choose to be a role player or become a star. So now they don't have to worry about the focus on the draft as far as like personality issues when you have to sit a guy down and tell him, you're not the star on my team.
Exactly.
Because they have guys that are now willing to take the lesser role for this person to now shine and be the star. So it's an interesting strategy that they employed. I'll give them a pass also. Definitely.
Yeah, they get a high package because you want character, because the big narrative, once the season was over and the stories that was coming out with majority of the teams, was the behind the scenes, a lot of players couldn't get along with other players. You don't have that problem with Brooklyn. Those two players you have are people that are going to get along and make sure the other teammates that get drafted in February will get along.
We'll get in line.
So, yeah, that's what makes that pick, those two picks, amazing. And that's why they get a high grade, because you create the rivalry with the Knicks while still taking their best their best assets, and you get character foundation.
You're big on this, like creating a rivalry. I don't think the league cares. I don't think the league cares about that.
They have to.
I don't think they care about that, bro. Sorry.
Any league.
That's cool. That's cool. I don't think they care about it, Frank.
Any league in any sport, for it to be successful, has to have a New York team and a New York rivalry.
If they really would,
if
they really want to do the rivalry, they would have traded for Ramo. You get a Brooklyn guy to represent Brooklyn.
And we're gonna get into that too towards the end.
Anyways, back on to the next one.
So the third pick was the T-Wolves, and this was also, some people feel like it was a shocker. They took O'Larry, and then the second round they took this is Timberwolves gaming. They took Feast.
Now, as far as drafting, these two, they get the highest pass for me, the highest grades for me.
The highest grade.
I'm not. Now, mind you, wait, stop. Hold on. Before, mind you, I just want to make this very clear. Me giving a team a high grade or anything like that is no indication of how well they are going to perform on the court. It's a lot of different dynamics that you put into a team and certain things that's going to make them perform a certain way. It has nothing to do with a simple trade grade. Oh, I said trade grade. Draft grade based on how they have drafted or the player tools that they drafted. Back onto what we're saying. 2K Analytics, they did that. Shouts to them.
Okay. Shout out to them, gentlemen.
They and the other guy that wrote, sorry I didn't get your name. He also he does.
What's his name? Raymer? Or?
No, that's not him. That's the guy that wrote that did the Hawks. Raymond did the Hawks. It's another guy. I feel the need to run and give him a shout out. It's just that I just don't remember him at the moment. But he did a radio. He does a radio show on the 2KLeague.
Oh yes.
So shout out to him.
I don't remember the name, but I know who you're talking about. Yes.
So shout out to him. Shout out to those two. Shout out to those two for for putting the T-Wolves in a great situation.
Yeah, to start out.
If they're able to do whatever. You know, this right here was, oh man, are we talking about this now or are we talking about it? Oh, we're holding it for later.
Because based on what they did that day.
Yeah, this just pass or fail, right? Yeah. Because this is like, this is the highest grade for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I give them a high pass, not as high as the Nets, only because the Larry situation is still kind of up in the air in terms of.
They traded Larry. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we're talking based off of what we know on that night, not past that night when the trade happened.
Frank.
Pass or fail on what they did in the
Frank. It was announced before they picked them.
Yeah, but
no, it was announced before they picked them that this was a trade.
But
no, Frank, just stop. No, stop.
We can't go off of that.
No, you're going off of they got Hood and Feast. That's all you're going off of. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Like, what type of politically nonsense are you trying?
I'm basing it off
you are doing political nonsense. It was agreed upon before. No, it was agreed upon before. What are you talking about? It's not. No. What are you talking about? It was confirmed. It was confirmed the moment it happened.
It was a source that said. Then it got confirmed after the draft. You're not allowed to trade before the draft.
Frank, you're not. But it was discussed and done.
The window wasn't
open.
It
was discussed and done.
This
argument is stupid. You're stupid.
I'm just saying.
It's stupid. We could move on from the T-Wolves. That's what you're going to do. Because that's nonsense. It's nonsense.
A high pass, but not as high as the Nets. Now we go to.
If you did that just because you wanted to say that, because based off Larry, sure. All right.
Yes,
whatever.
Thank you, sir.
That's nonsense. You talking nonsense.
It's not nonsense. The trade when it opened up until after the draft. So we had to base it off what we saw that night. But all right, next up we got Lakers gaming.
I see what I got to work with.
Oh, Lakers gaming. All right. So they drafted Moody, and then they came right back and drafted Control. The only team in the draft to draft a PG out of the PGs that were available. Pass or fail. I'm going to let you go first because I have a lot to say, so I'm going to let you rock out first. Go ahead.
Who could they have taken?
Bird, got a 2K, Slaughter Toast.
You think Slaughter's better than Moody?
I'm going to let you speak, man. You're going to loop me into saying something greasy. I'm not doing it this week.
No.
I'm not doing it.
It got nothing to do with that. That just came off a little.
You're going to loop me into saying something crazy. You always get me.
No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. It just. Is it a pass or a fail? It's too early to say it's a fail. Is it a pass? Did you see the highlight tape that they made recently? They made a nice little highlight tape.
There's actual highlights?
Yeah, they made a nice little tape of Control, Moody, and Vert together. It was amazing. One of the moves that Control did.
Control's very underrated.
So the Lakers for this draft. All right, the Lakers drafted Moody first, right?
Yes.
Of course, you don't want to pair him with another big man in the draft because we just saw what happened with him and Cole. We just saw it.
They did that anyway, and we'll get to that.
No, we talking about strictly the draft. We talking about nothing else.
I said we gonna get to it. I ain't saying right now. We gonna get to that.
Anyway, yeah, you don't want to pair him with another big man right away because we just saw what happened, right?
Yes.
Moody now is a good offensive rebounder, whatever the case. Good nose to the roll, whatever the case. So you know what you're getting with Moody. You're getting the brand. You're getting whatever. Then you put him in Control. Now, it's an interesting one.
Very.
Now I start thinking about team dynamic. Okay.
So I mean, when you look at it on paper, they got the 4th and 7th pick of last year's draft. That's really phenomenal.
So if
on paper.
So if you're the Lakers,
on paper, it was phenomenal.
So if you're the Lakers now, this is great, right? Because
you got the 4th and 7th pick of year 1.
Man, that sounds amazing. Not you put it like that. I didn't even think it like that.
And that's what they probably was thinking. On paper, it sounds amazing.
They got the 4th and 7th. But Control wasn't bad in the league, though.
He wasn't bad
at all.
He proved he wasn't bad when they sat him out and they lost. Shout out to the person who did that. You know who you are. Shouldn't have sat him down.
You stupid.
Coaching.
It was, bro. It was not. Whatever.
You can't say it.
We're not doing it again. We're not doing it again.
Fall for it. We're not going down that lane. He already said it was me.
But you know it was him, so I know.
It was him.
All right, so
let's continue.
If you want to do Fall Guy type of thing, I respect whatever. But
thank you, sir.
I mean, I don't see what much more they could have done unless you want to say they could have drafted Vert.
Slaughter.
Okay, cool.
I'm naming legit players who made impacts.
Can I say something? You draft Vert over Moody, right? You still end up trading for Moody. Don DeMarco. So it's like, come on.
I actually want to put a sound to that. That is retarded.
No, it's not. What are you talking?
All right. Lakers gaming, hard fail for me. Hard fail.
How can you say it's a fail? They're the only ones that got a point guard and a center.
It's a fail because of what I said.
Is Mashing gonna be dead this year? Is Mashing gonna be dead this year?
No, definitely not.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's gonna be dead.
Mashing at the moment.
It's gonna take skill. Someone like a Rainbow still be able to still smash.
Oh man,
I'm dead serious.
You different? No. I agree on that part right there, but it's funny.
It just takes skill. Ain't gonna be just dead zone dunking.
Okay.
Someone like a Rainbow's gonna get busy. Someone, if they put hot shot there at center again, which I don't think they are, but if they do, he'll get busy. People with stick and post moves will do well this year. There still will be some.
Oh no, I've seen NC.
But it's a fail because of what I said in the last show. You cannot take Moody in an expansion draft and it's a W. I'm sorry. He was a 4th pick who was a bust by all standards. The only highlights you have of Moody is from the end of the season when they already threw away. And I thought about I'm on my way to work, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I said, they were the only team that was still mathematically in the running for the playoffs and gave up on going to the playoffs. That's the culture that you just brought into your team. You brought in a player who gave up before it was time to give up.
What do you mean they gave up? What are you doing? I remember the game.
You remember when they played, they were already saying, we're not making the playoffs. And it was like, when everybody...
But they won, though.
But you still is mathematically in. If you have a chance, you play. You play your games, you win your games.
They tried that game, too, though.
They didn't try. But it's all good. I'm not mad at that. We're past that. So this is a new year. But it's a fail because you can't take Moody in the expansion draft. Because what I said, Moody's value is only valued if you can get him in the traditional draft. If you get him before that, you are now taking on the responsibility of a 4th pick who was a bust. Now the pressure's on the team for him to excel.
I hope that doesn't happen. Okay, I'll give you that. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope.
But it is. The team now has to make him a winner.
No,
he has to win now. If you draft him in the traditional draft, he don't have to win. He can just focus on his game.
Sure. But I hope what doesn't happen this year with Moot, though, I really do hope this doesn't happen. I hope that he's not put into a role or this pedestal where...
But how can he not be calm? You drafted him in the expansion draft. You let the world know you want this to be a franchise cornerstone player. So you can't now. He has to perform again. That's why it's an L. You take him in the traditional draft. He doesn't have to be the guy.
That's my own...
We doing this for sunglasses. Like, they took him for sunglasses. Like, you mean, like, come on, man. Like, not over a guy 2K, a Slaughter, and a Vert who are proven. They didn't know, not proven because they waited to the end of the season.
Better than Slaughter.
Because of that, he didn't show it in the league.
I get what you're saying.
In the league,
he showed it when he was free.
He was Mel East Pillow Soft.
He showed it when he was freed up from Colt.
Come on, man. That's 2 games, and that's not
real. It wasn't 2. It was like 5.
Five? That was 3 games tops.
5.
You know 5 games. You show me tape on 5 games where Moody was the man.
5.
And I would gladly say that was a great pick. Because there's no tape of that. It does not exist. I'll wait.
I hope he watched his first shake and hit you up.
I hope he hit me with 5 games of stats where he went for
He will.
20 and 10.
He did. He had that. But you
20 and 10.
You want. He did it.
No way.
It's just gonna show you the tournament. It's just gonna show you.
No tournament. Straight regular season.
I just saved you because, and I'm sure he did in the regular season too. But 2K.
2 games in the regular season too.
No, it's more than that. But 2K numbers, I could care less about it. Don't talk to me about 2K stats.
But yes, for me, it's a fail because of, like I said, and it has nothing to do with Moody. I do think Moody, and I'm saying
no, you said it. You said it. You said it properly. No, not even that. You said it.
It's about the pick and why you don't take that pick.
No, yeah, I was saying you're
taking on his for lack of a better word, you're taking on his busness.
No, the only part I agree with you on really is that whole putting him in another situation,
which they did,
where you put all this on his shoulders again after like it's just too much in my opinion. I feel like if
that's why you could have got him in the traditional draft.
I feel like if I was in the Lakers or anything of that sort, I'll make it be known, like, bro, you don't gotta feel you need to do anything.
And hopefully they had that conversation.
And I felt,
but he's still gonna put
it had nothing to do with that. I felt that was the way with the Kings. I mean, you only feel that pressure like when I don't know it's a mindset thing. I don't think he'll feel the pressure unless people keep putting it on him. You understand what I'm saying? So if you got people in your corner telling you whatever, bro, just play, just ball. Like, you don't gotta worry about that type of nonsense, you feel me? And I felt that was an issue, in my opinion, him going fourth in the first one. And now again, fourth. If they go and heap this type of pressure on him, it's stupid. People gotta be more worried about, not worried, people gotta be more cautious about protecting their players, you know? And not throwing them into the lion's den right away or the fire pit or whatever the case, you know? And you always got, you gotta factor in age, you gotta factor in how much they've taken in, and that's just something that people don't factor in. They're players, like they're still human people at the end of the day, and how they're gonna react and certain things.
Lakers gaming, fail, but if you can get yourself a phenomenal coach,
no, I don't think so.
It could work.
No, I don't think so.
But it would take a lot, and.
I don't think they fail.
Now I can kind of segue to what I want to say. I'll say that for the final shake.
I don't think
but let's talk about the trades that happened after the
the trade rush. The trade rush happened.
So let's kind of piggyback off the Lakers. The Lakers made a trade with Warriors Gaming to get Vert for the pick, right?
The first pick, the 10th pick, the 10th pick in the first round.
10th pick in the first round. What is your thoughts on the trade? Good trade, bad trade?
If I'm comparing it to other trades, it's a bad trade because if Dayfry's worth the 14, Vert can't be worth the 10.
I was going to say
no, that's only if I'm comparing it to other trades.
But you have to.
You know.
And who was the guy? The guy who helped make the Warriors trade, or the person that they brought in. They brought in several people for scouting. He went on Twitter and he said, because somebody asked the question, you guys think Vert is better than Dayfry? He was trying to be political and said, no.
AJ actually had told me on Twitter. He was like, it's behind the scenes issue that we don't know, whatever.
Yeah, but
and you know what you got to do? What I told him is that listen to this. If you're an organization, you don't ever bring your players' trade value down. Do you think there were things that may have happened with Vert and the Warriors? Like it's a reason he didn't get franchise tag. I'm 100% sure it's a reason he didn't get franchise tag.
Of course, because he was the best player
on the team, on paper. So there's a reason they didn't franchise tag him. You understand what I'm saying?
And you're right about that.
And there is no reason. I don't want to, because it's a whole other topic I get to. But I'm not gonna get into Dayfry right now. But there's no reason why the world should know that Dayfry isn't going to be able to go for his best value. You understand what I'm saying? There's no reason they should know that we have for lack of a better word, there's no reason we should know that there's a disgruntled player in my org. You understand what I'm saying?
But they set the market. So when you set the market, because that was the first trade, I think, out the gate, right? That was because Wizards, one thing I noticed about them, they move very fast on everything, and that's going to, at one point, hurt them, and it might have hurt them here.
The Wizards? No way. The Wizards won the trade, so I didn't hurt them.
They won the trade, but if you're basing the value off of the pick, could you have possibly gotten someone a little bit better?
Than who?
Than Dayfry. How? Because Rainbow was out there.
Rainbow was only available for certain picks, remember? There's no way you... Listen.
So wait,
listen, Frank.
Did Rainbow go for a higher pick than Dayfry?
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
What was the pick?
The fourth pick in the draft.
All right, so fine. But what I'm saying is,
Frank, you tired of something right
no,
now?
no. But what I'm saying, it still doesn't change the fact that Vert is not rated higher than Dave Fry. So realistically, like the Lakers,
the Mavs lost. And
Lakers lost on that trade.
The Mavs lost, and the Lakers lost.
The Lakers lost because you don't take a player that's rated lower than another player higher and give up a higher pick.
But we don't know the circumstances behind certain things.
But that's not for the Lakers to care about. They don't have to care about the circumstances. It's the Warriors did their job. The Warriors did their job. They got rid of a headache in their mind. But it's not up to the Lakers to care about that. You have to be smart with your decisions. You see Dave Fry go. If you have any common sense, you know Dave Fry in the league was a better player.
They didn't know that though.
Than Vert. They didn't know that then, and that's lack of preparation.
But you could say they didn't know that, or you could just say Moody wanted Vert. Maybe they don't trust
and
that.
That's even worse.
They don't trust that. They don't trust.
Why would Moody want Vert unless they're moving Vert off of the 4 or the 5? Which means Vert has to now play
which
2
they
or 3.
should. Which they should. But
they have to do
that.
that.
It's not my business.
When you draft, and I don't even want to give out jewels like that, but I'm gonna give it because they need desperate help. Lakers gaming.
Well, they ain't gonna listen to you. So why you think?
If you drafted Moody, and the big problem with Moody was he could not work with another center. Even as great as Colt is not a scoring center. So when you can't even work with a Colt, and then you go and draft a Vert. You trade for a Vert. What are you doing? So you now have automatically taken a person who was dominant at center, and now you have to move him to a position where he won't be dominant. We won't know that.
All right,
he can play it, but we don't know if he'll be dominant.
All right, here's the thing though. Where's Vert going in the regular draft though next year?
He would have been a first round pick, definitely. He wouldn't have been 10th. He's not going higher than Dave Fry. Like, are we crazy right now? And I love Vert. I'm a Vert fan, but realistically, he's not a better player in league format than Dave Fry. Well, so they just literally, Lakers gaming, you got sold Manhattan for $27 and some blankets. And those blankets got all kind of fluid in them and rhinovirus and all that. So God bless y'all. But hey, I hope it works out. I hope y'all figure it out.
They will. I think they will. They got some.
These gotta get great coaching. You gotta get a great coach.
No, they don't gotta get a great coach.
They gotta get a phenomenal coach.
They need
a Hall of Fame coach.
No, they don't need.
They need the Phil Jackson of the 2KLeague, because you basically blew the bag.
They need some retreats, some like a banana boat type stuff, some team bonding.
They need the Amistad give us free.
Some team bonding. That's all.
They gotta figure it out.
Make sure they don't argue each other. The only issue here.
Didn't Cole put out a tweet saying that when they scrimmaged?
No, that was a beast move.
Yeah, somebody said they did, and they was arguing the most, Vert and Moody.
Yeah.
So
that's just competitors though.
Come on. We all know that's underlined. It's always a 10% diss and all of that. It's always a 10% diss.
They're both fiery. They both competitive.
Yeah. So don't give me that. It's gotta be some team building, definitely. So if I had to say, Lakers lost in that trade because of the value of the pick. The value of the pick is higher than a Vert. But, and I love Vert. I'm a Vert fan, but it's higher than a Vert.
No, I think I wouldn't. I think
not when Dave Fry's
the
Warriors won. Team and Dave Fry's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think the Warriors won. If you could have gotten
Warriors definitely won. If they got rid of someone,
the Lakers could have gotten Dave Fry. Woo, that was.
Now, didn't they make another trade? So they got the second or something pick, right? Or
I think they got 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, they got 3. So they
something like that.
But that only matters if the draft pool is good. But
draft pool good, or they even draft right. So.
And that's another problem too. But we're good. So the next big trade
was the Hood
and for O'Larry. So now you have Hood, who you championed as an MVP candidate, even though he was only probably on there for 1 week. No,
I didn't say he should have been. I said it was rightfully, but I said if he did play, then he would have been an MVP.
But even the amount of games he did play was enough to get a nod. But Hood for O'Larry. So Hood is now part of T-Wolves Gaming. What's it again? Ivy's. What's your thoughts on that? Because that's an
I think
Hood is a star. That's a fact. Hood can
Only thing I think is that I think the Bucks should have done their due diligence on Larry and knowing what his work was. Because if you could have gotten Hood in Milwaukee, I mean, granted the Bucks, I mean, they probably maybe they didn't want Hood in Milwaukee, you know. But I thought maybe.
How you don't want Hood? This is a problem.
I mean, Morocco didn't want him clearly, right?
But that's because they couldn't work out the offense between him and Sick.
That's what's going on.
You can see that on the court. You saw that when they played the Knicks.
No, yeah, you've been saying that for some time.
Yeah, Hood, you can tell Hood just lost when the game got tight. He didn't trust Sick enough to give up the ball in a timely fashion for him to make a play.
If you were Morocco, which one were you trading?
I'm trading Sick. No disrespect to you, Sick, but
you trading Sick over the guy.
I can get another cent. I can't get another Hood.
You trading Sick over the guy that went home?
Yeah. I can't get another Hood. Me and him can have a conversation.
Clearly not.
We can figure out the game plan.
Clearly not.
We have a new season coming. Hey, let's sit down. Let's figure out what we did wrong.
Some people can't handle certain personalities. That's what you got to understand.
That's true too. But then you don't need a coach. Then you need to give that to somebody who can. A coach will be able to take all the personalities, mix them up, and make it happen.
No,
if you ain't Phil Jackson able to do Kobe and Shaq for 3 years.
Then they left. Then they left. Then they broke
won
up.
every year. They won almost every year. So you can make it work.
Yeah, you can win with it for sure. For sure. Talent wise though, you have to be able to win with your talent. I mean, they got pretty far though. So.
Yeah, but they kind of stole the Knicks blueprint, but they did get far.
Hood said they didn't steal the Knicks bluept. They just ran with what was working.
That would be stealing the Knicks blueprint. What are you talking about? That ain't even tomatoes. What the hell is a papoose? Come on, man. What are we doing right now? We're not saying we stole something when we stole it? Like, come on, man. Let's stop that. All right. Who won? Who lost? Or is it even? This might feel like...
if Minnesota is able to handle Hood and do whatever, they
Minnesota
won.
Definitely won.
They won. If they're able to handle whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, though, you traded an MVP type player for the third round of the expansion draft for a player that wasn't retained by the Bucks. Exactly. So once you factor in, we're not even factoring any type of 1v1 Hood versus Larry, anything like that. We're simply just factoring that you traded for a player that didn't get picked up. So.
And low key, I want to say the person who lost in this trade was the Bucks.
So then, when you factor that in
because you said it correctly. That means if I'm the Bucks, I could have had Hood.
Yeah, the Bucks lost this trade.
So they lost in this trade because you retained two people, and it didn't work. Like you could have retained Larry and traded him. And
you could have retained Drake and Larry and
got amazing value in return.
Yeah,
but you know.
I mean, but maybe Hood value wasn't.
No, it was value. If Minnesota,
listen, if they're trading, listen, if Morocco is trading MVP type talent for a player that didn't get retained, there is no. What was the value?
Just because Morocco don't have vision doesn't mean there's no value. He just don't have the vision. Like you said, he can't manage the personalities. Okay, God bless you on that. Somebody gonna figure it out in Minnesota.
So the T-Wolves got the vision.
Yeah, they got MVP talent. Like,
I love the deal. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't understand.
Minnesota.
The only thing I'm trying to say is I don't understand how a player of Dayfry caliber or a player of Hood's caliber can be valued so low in the market. Like, I'm just trying to figure out why the market is like this.
But this is a problem when you have to do these straight up trades because they're not fair. You can't. I don't know if you can do two. You can't do like 2 picks for one player. So it's not
with the 1-to-1 ratio.
No value is fair. Like Dave Fry should not have gone for the 14th pick. Let's just be real.
At all.
And the only clear cut. Well, we'll get to that. But so let's talk about that. Small fry, Dave Fry trade.
Oh, we on it? All right, listen. Now, I don't know what went on in...
Wait, was there any other trades outside that we don't have on here that... Oh, wait, we can talk about what happened today, the peroxide trade.
That's on the end, my boy Hoff, No, it's nothing. Now, I don't understand what happened in Dallas. I don't know. I don't care what happened in Dallas behind the scenes.
I don't care either. My theory. They need to work it out.
No. I don't care what happened in Dallas behind the scenes.
You don't give up that type of talent.
Like, you got Dayfry and that boy Dimes.
You don't give that type of talent.
Yes, you drafted JLB in the 3rd round. And then you made back up for it when you took you made back up for it when you took Scene.
Yeah.
Then you drafted like 2 other European talents or some type of thing like that. But I don't care. Listen. I don't care what happened. You guys were winning a bit before you put Hauser into the lineup and put Dayfry at the 4. Yeah. You guys were winning. Then you went on a losing streak. I don't care what losing streak. I don't care what arguments happened. I don't care who couldn't make it work. I don't care who fought. These 2 guys came into the league on good terms. Okay? Exactly. They came into the league on great terms. This could be culture check, whatever it is. You don't just trade that after 1 year without trying to figure out the inner workings, how to jig with it, how to move the little puzzle piece. You guys are moving like quitters. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as these people are quitting on these players or these duos before the duos even get a chance to develop.
And that's why I think
I don't care what you tell me. You can tell me that they got into 3, whatever, heated arguments. Like, it's a basketball team.
It's gonna happen.
You boys better figure it out and stop acting. What do y'all think this is? Why is Dayfry being traded for a 14 pick? Dons is a winner. Dayfry is a winner. 2 winners can't get along?
And my issue is with this is where Dallas, Mavs, GG made a mistake. This is why
they're gonna bounce back, but
they'll bounce back. This is why you should have excuse me. Let me rephrase that. This is why you should have hired your coach before you went into the process. So, because if you would have got the right person,
let
me talk.
I had to cut you off right here. I agree exactly what you said. But I think during the hiring process for the coach or whatever, Dayfry was already out the window.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Bring in a coach from the community. Let him assess that. Let's see how bad it is. Then we can say, and you ask your coach, can you fix this? Because if not, we have this deal on the table. A coach from the community would have said, no, this is a bad deal. This talent is a top 10 talent. He cannot go for the 14th pick. We're going to lose in this. There's no 14th pick in the world right now that's going to equal out to Dayfry's talent. So with that being said, that was the mistake they made.
And then they gave him to the Wizards to make him stronger.
And they made them
talking about something.
These whole big 3 now. I'm going to talk about.
They talking about some type of, we put him in a situation where he was to make him happy. You're playing 2K in Dallas, your home country, your hometown. Like, what are you talking about? Make him happy? How disgruntled can you be in the 2K League? Like, what is going on? Yo, what is?
Let me tell you how stupid that statement is. You put him in a situation to make him happy. There's no divisions. There's no conferences. You have to still see this man. Why would you want him happy? No disrespect. I don't care about your happiness. I need you to be miserable so when we play you, we win. What is going on? We care about feelings now? We don't want championships?
All right, chill
That's
out,
what we doing in Dallas?
Chill out.
Get me mad right now.
You're going too far.
We want feelings more than championships? You got that big facility. It got to get paid for, though. We got to win.
It's paid for. It's Cuban money. Relax.
No, we got to win. We got to get it back. It's called recouping. We have to recoup that.
No, and I do agree that this trade shouldn't have went down. I don't care how you break it down. I don't care how mad they probably was. Like, and during the season before this problem even occurred, I don't think this problem should have even occurred during the season. Like I said, these are 2 guys coming in who just wanted to win.
Yeah, you need proper coaching.
I mean, no. I mean, it could have been a management. It could have been. All I know is you guys were a winning team, and
a lot of it was.
And please don't hit me up with no behind the scenes details. Please, I'm good. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing. I want to take things for what they are.
They was forcing a lot of pegs into a round peg into a square hole. We are gonna take things for what they are. Yep. It didn't work between Dimes and Dayfry, and that's to the point where you trade them for beans.
And that should have been fixed. And that's it. There's no way you could tell me that Dayfry is a player who you can't work with.
Exactly.
And imagine a player wanting to be traded away for his home team. I mean, for his hometown. Ah, give me a break, man.
Yo, we're gonna put you in a better situation. We're trading you from your hometown that you grew up loving.
Come on, son.
Stop.
Come on, son. Come on,
man. This ain't no easy.
Oh yeah. After only 6 months. Don't forget. After only come on, man. Not even 6 months. Come on, man. Come on.
You're not gonna get a talent of that value at 14.
Come on, man.
All right, so let's go to the next trade. We got Ramo. So what was that trade again? Break that down for me. It was the Pacers game, right? So Ramo is now officially on Pacers game.
Yep.
Shout out to Cody and the other dude. I forget his name. The guy.
Adam Rubin.
What's that?
Adam Rubin? Is he talking?
No. The dude. The Kobe's like the guy he hangs out with every stream.
Oh,
I know it's.
Why you want to shout him off for? I don't get it.
Nah, they show me love when I go in there.
Oh yeah, they do. They do be showing love. They show you love. I forgot. Like your boys.
Listens to me, but give me credit. So shout out to you.
He doesn't listen to you. But anyway, first shake is. All right, first shake is not a shout out show, my brother. All right, let's go. Come on. Ramo and Ramo.
So he got traded for what pick? Was that the 4th pick?
The 4th pick. First round 4th pick.
Didn't the Pistons make the playoffs?
Yep.
How'd they get the 4th pick?
No, Ramo was traded to.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm tripping. The Pistons got the 4th pick.
Slow moment.
Slow day. All right, so. All right. Now, Ramo is an MVP candidate. I would have preferred.
Listen, the Pistons sold.
Yeah,
the reason why the Pistons. Not even that. The Pistons just sold. The only reason why they sold is because Ramo is arguably a first pick talent.
Yeah,
sure.
like if he, I would have been more comfortable with.
Hold on. You remove Ramo from your lineup. Last year you probably lose every game.
Every game.
You plug him in.
Every game?
Yeah, you plug
every game.
You plug him in with like who is it? Splash King? You plug him in with Splash King. No disrespect, Splash King. But you lose every game.
Shout out to Splash King. He watches first shake.
Nah, no disrespect. But you lose every game. You plug him in with Joe the True. Whoever you want to plug Ramo in with, you in every single game started last year.
They were very lucky.
You guys were in a lucky situation.
You drafted semi poorly around Ramo, and it worked enough to get to the playoffs. Like, you overachieved. And we said that this whole past year, so it's not a shock. You guys overachieved.
They know they overachieved. I mean, the offense was slow.
I just think it's very hard to get right twice.
It is super hard to get right twice, especially when you made,
unless you got the keys to the city or something. I don't know how you're gonna get it right twice. I don't know.
Especially when he made mistakes in the first draft.
Exactly.
You know, so
it's gonna be hard to get a Ramo twice.
So what was the issue? Was the issue like I'm trying to figure out like what was the issue? Why couldn't Ramo work in Detroit?
For Ramo to went out, it had to be something. I would assume it had to be direction. Like they wasn't on the same page in terms of direction.
They weren't on a winning path.
Yeah.
Probably wanted to.
He was very frustrated. They're the only team that had a horrible plus minus, but was a winning team.
No, they were super.
That's a scary thought. That means if you go against better comp next year, which is supposed to be, you're gonna have a losing record.
So.
And I don't know who's doing the analytics over there, but.
I mean,
it was because you should know that you needed more scoring. You needed another star to go with him.
No, but even in Adam's post when he retained Joseph the Truth, I think he sent like a little jab or something at Ramo.
You can't send the jab to
I think he
retaining Joseph. No disrespect to you, Joseph the Truth, but that's not a jab to Ramo.
Yeah, I think
he's a part of a big three now. It's gonna do very well.
I think he said something. Well, we don't know yet, but game styles we play. But I think he said something along the lines of what he said. He was like you know what Joseph the Truth told me? He wanted to be in Detroit. All right, son. I mean, yeah, you got him.
I'm sorry. I'm being so loud. That doesn't scare me. If I'm Ramo, I'm laughing. I'm an MVP candidate. I don't care if Jesus of Detroit came off the cross and said, you know, we wanted to be Detroit. All right, God bless you, dog. Because you not going to win without me.
Nah, so,
unless you get in Ramo Part 2, which is not in this year's draft. I'm sorry.
We don't know yet. The combine didn't happen.
Come on, man. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Ain't no Ramos in this draft. It's like trying to get a hot shot. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to get a hot shot of Ramo in this draft. So, like, come on. Like, you sold. Adam, I love you. You socially conscious. I love you for that. But you sold. It's another situation where you should have talked to him and figured it out.
It can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, it can't
I'm saying, what?
This is the trade I was talking about. This is the Khalil Mack trade right here. This is the one that's going to bite him, and he better get the best. Boy, that 4th pick better be... I better be sitting in the draft amazed like, yo, they killed that pick. Like, that's the... He better be triple time. He better be watching every cop game on Twitch, every YouTube. He better be on. He better not sleep at. You better not sleep at night. You better make sure you are fully scouted. You better get 15 scouts for 15 top teams. You better have everything, cause you gotta make up for giving up Khalil Mack for beans.
You know, they retained Joseph, and that was kind of.
You bring it up that.
No,
you want to give me back?
No, I'm bringing it back.
Bring him up.
The only reason I'm bringing it back is because.
Irrelevant.
Why I'm bringing it back because they gave him up, but that means that they gave up a draft pick now. You know, so.
And they gave up another draft.
So they gave up a draft pick.
This is the Khalil Mack trade.
Yeah, so
It's gonna be real bumpy for Detroit Pistons next year. They better get.
No, it's gonna be real. They can't score. That's all.
It's gonna be flooded.
Maybe though they want to pair insanity with Dev next year. You never know. You know, bring a little throwdown to the league. You never know.
Insanity with Dev. That's not a rainbow. You put those two together, you don't get rainbow. And I love insanity, but you don't get rainbow.
Dang, rainbow equaling duo now. That's tough.
Hey, that one. That dude.
Nah, it was interesting. It was a little interesting.
That was I mean, I would have if he had a top 3 pick, I could have accepted that. But top 4, and he went for 4.
After he drafted like Splash in the 3rd or something like that last year.
That's why he needs to have a foolproof pick. The top 3 is foolproof. He knows who's gonna be a top 3. 4 you can mess up. That's why I don't like it, because 4 you can mess up. Because what is 4 this last year? Moody. The 4th pick you can mess up. The top 3 players, once the combine is over and we know who's in the pool, that will be known. The 4th one is where you can go anywhere you want. And you can end up with a Moody. So.
Yo, lay off for Moody, man.
No, I'm no problem. Let me say this on the record. Moody is a phenomenal player. He's just, and I even told him this. I said, you're just not a phenomenal player for the draft slot you were taking. It's not his fault. It was the Kings Guard Gaming. They dropped the bag. You don't draft a player higher than where he should have gone. Because then you put him in a situation where he has to be better than what he normally is.
Teams got to be real mindful of these situations.
Exactly. So when I'm talking about Moody, it's not about Moody. It's about the draft position and where he was drafted. So I want to be really clear about that. I think Moody is a phenomenal player. I think he will make a difference on Lakers gaming. I just wish he would have got drafted in the traditional draft. It makes it really hard. They just took on his bust legacy by drafting him first in the expansion draft, saying you're a franchise player. But that actually leads to what we're going to go into. So off the vert. So
yeah, we spoke on these two guys a lot throughout the episode, so I don't really want to speak on much. But if you got any final things on this whole Moody vert, the only issue that I have is that the game isn't gonna be that much mashing. You know, may not be that much mashing. We don't know. So maybe they should move vert or some type of thing. They should figure that out. But that's my only issue with that. They actually played Pro-Am the other night, if I'm not mistaken, together. So that was
really? That's what's started. I want to talk about that too, but I'll save that for my final shit.
You think teams should start? Or you think players should start playing with their teammates, like how
ones that need to figure it out? Yes. And I'll go into more detail on that later. So what was the Vert trade? That was the 10th pick for Vert, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Which now gives the Warriors 3 picks in the first round. You said, right?
Yeah.
Who won?
We said that already, Frank.
Or Warriors? You said the Warriors won?
That's right.
But that's only depending if the draft pool is strong.
And how they draft, yep.
And if they draft properly. Now, they have 142 analysts over there, so they should be able to get it right.
We don't know. Because they messed up the last draft themselves.
They did. They took Sean Wynn.
No.
He's an odd.
And you gotta be sneaking stuff in there, like.
I'm just keeping it 100. But yo, God bless Sean Wynn. Because if it wasn't for Moody, he would be the most talked about bad pick in the league. But because Moody's out there and he underperformed, it saved Sean Wynn from being talked about. Like, he does not get talked about. There was a shot fired, though. Somebody threw a shot at him on Twitter. I saw it. I forget who it was.
I don't care about that, man.
Yeah, but anyway,
that
was funny. I thought it was funny.
Peroxide got traded too.
Yes, Peroxide got traded. That just happened today as we're filming.
My boy Hoffman.
He went from Bucks GG to Blazers 5 Gaming. So, you know what I thought about when I saw the trade? Instantly, what came to my mind? What do you think came to my mind? Let me see how good you know me, Con. What do you think came to my mind when I saw that trade?
I don't know.
I'm like, Josiah ain't coming back.
How was Josiah?
Whoever the sixth man, what's his name? The Puerto Rico Mahente, my people.
Jomar.
Jomar. I think I said Josiah. I'm sorry.
Frank.
Tomato. Still with a J and ain't an O. But yeah,
you
Jomar.
think, maybe you meant to shout out Josiah for the watch and
for the watch. Yeah, I'm reading the tweet as I'm speaking. So shout out to Josiah. Josiah Cohen. Shout out to you, man. You're doing amazing work out there. But yes, Jomar. I said, okay, well now, do you? Like, I'm like, you can't.
Listen, it was a great trade.
You can't bring back Jomar.
Was,
but I mean,
you can bring back Jomar. You can bring back Lavish if you want. Whatever.
No, Lavish coming back. That's
the Blazers, they had a lot of trade offers on the table.
Wait, so let me ask you a question though. Do you bring back Grant Monster? Because right now.
Oh yeah, I think they can bring back whoever. Whoever they want. Peroxide now, basically they got him. And Peroxide, the versatile player who can possibly now fill the shots role. You never know. Like when he started, when he started the league, you got
a lot of confidence.
When he started the league and he went to PAX, whatever, he was excellent there at the power forward. I think he was decent in the Bucks on the power forward build for a mile or two.
You got a lot of faith in Peroxide.
No, it's not me having a lot of faith. All these players are all exceptional talent. They just all have to be in the right situation or the right.
Very true.
The
bad situation can make it worse.
Yeah. A bad situation will happen with the Bucks. A bad situation will happen with a lot of things. All these players, you're literally playing 2K, and all these guys have won in 2K. Until you really get into like the super competitive games, then you get exposed. Whatever. Everyone like Arsenal averaged 21 in the league, and I'm not sure he tried his hardest. You understand what I'm saying?
Very true.
Anyone can do whatever in the league. It's just that you have to be in the situation to be able to do it.
Do you think? My question to you is: do you think Blazers 5 made this trade with the hopes of replacing shots?
No, but they made this trade strictly.
You don't think that went across their mind at all?
They made this trade strictly because
you said he could play power
They
forward.
They made this trade strictly because shots just killed Mama in pro-am in one game. That's not shots. Sorry, Peroxide.
If
Hoffman.
they did that, then that's stupid. You don't base it for a game.
Well, they know Peroxide. It's a hyperbole, bro. Like, relax. But
just saying.
It's a hyperbole.
I'm a little confused by that. Like, so you don't think Mama said we could put him in the shots role?
Maybe they smart enough. They the coaches over there.
Bring back Lavish. He's the small forward.
It's possible. They smart enough.
The only space
Frank,
for
it's
him
possible.
is power forward.
It's possible, Frank. They're smart enough. They're able to do that. They want to.
I'm saying I think that's what they brought him for. I'm gonna go on record and saying that, and I think it will.
Frank, I just said that to start. I just said that to introduce it.
You're not holding it right now.
Because it doesn't matter what they do it. It doesn't matter.
That's what I do. I claims it.
It doesn't matter
I want
what.
my W.
Frank, it doesn't.
But I'm right. I need my W. You don't want to have the W.
It doesn't matter what they do with him. It's a great trade. Nonetheless, they're now able to.
So what pick did the Bucks get for him?
20 something. Who knows?
Oh my Lord! Wait, hold on.
I don't know.
If that's the
Why
case,
does it matter?
Because
they weren't gonna bring these guys back. I don't know for sure.
Pick is an L.
I don't know for sure, but
that's an L.
I don't know for sure, but they weren't gonna bring these guys back. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's an L though.
How? They weren't gonna bring these guys back.
Giving away a proven talent for a 21st pick or something like that. That's an L.
They weren't gonna bring these guys back. I don't understand.
That doesn't mean trade them for whatever you can get them for. It's not like we're not doing a fire sale.
Listen.
Like,
It can never be an L. It can never be an L if they retain him, them retain him, and they lost a third. Now they're able to trade their third now and get a first. So it can never be an L for that. You know what I'm saying?
In that sense, yes.
And now, if they knew how to use Peroxide or get Peroxide in a correct situation, sure, whatever the case. But clearly they didn't know what to do with him last year.
No, they did not.
So,
and hopefully, Blazers 5, they're an amazing group of individuals.
So they're all going to be able to figure it out, and
Peroxide is a nice guy. I feel like he'll be open. He's one of those people that's open to doing whatever it takes to win.
He wants to win. That's it.
And I think so. It's an amazing thing for him. I just think the Bucks didn't get the right value. But like you said, it doesn't matter.
Shout out my boy Keenan and Sniper for getting Peroxide right. They showed him off this year. Made the Bucks retain him, and then made the Blazers run after him. What I will say for sure, I don't think Peroxide gets traded to the Blazers or gets picked back up by the Bucks if he isn't performing right now in Pro-Am.
But that's
I will say
ludicrous. But you're right.
I will say that. No, it's super ludicrous that this is what it takes for them to see this.
But it's right.
It's super ludicrous. Like you should know what a peroxide is or his talent. You understand what I'm saying?
That's bad GMing by Bucks.
Well, I don't know much about a bunch. I don't want to get too much in that. But what I'm saying is,
I'm not trying to, just keeping it real. But I'm not gonna go too far in that rabbit hole.
No, what I'm saying is basically that if he doesn't play Pro-Am and perform, he isn't in the league at the moment. He'll be in the pool. I guarantee. I guarantee this.
That's crazy.
Guaranteed.
I can't even go past that on that. I don't even want to go more into that because it's gonna make me have to say something insulting about Bucks GG. Not insulting, but not positive. So I leave it there. But they got some value for it. Hopefully that pick will at 21 will produce.
Not 20. It's 21. That's the exact number.
Well,
I don't think it's 21. Why do you care? It's a pick in the first round. It
matters.
doesn't matter because they have to use it. No, for this it doesn't matter. For this it doesn't matter because they have the Bucks still have to go use it. They have a draft analysis. They have to go use the pick now. You know the pick number never.
Oh, it's round 1, pick 17.
See, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Damn, the Mavs sold Day Fry. Yo, Day Fry like a top 5 pick the way these picks is moving, boy.
Now you're saying that peroxide you could have Day Fry. It's like crazy, man. It's really bad. Mavs gaming, you definitely needed a community person in there to tell you what to do because that was horrible.
They had a community person. What you mean?
That's a fair. No, they did.
They had him.
They had him. He left, and they should have waited before they did anything.
They should have got him out of there, or he shouldn't have left out of there. Whatever happened,
that was like you literally for blankets.
Wait, you never know though. You never know. You never know. Maybe he would have been the one to want to trade. He would have probably wanted to trade Dimes instead. You really never know. You never know.
Yeah, but you gotta see past that.
We don't.
Regardless of what's going on, you ain't trading no one.
I'm not trading nobody. I'm not trading. Those two are my franchise, and I'm sticking with it. I don't care what happened in Mavs GG. You could have told me they had 300 fist fights.
Word.
They ain't gonna have no fist fight. They ain't gonna have no fist fights around.
What you gonna do this whole? What I'm doing this whole time because I think I know Dom's is in Dallas right now, so I'm like, and Day Fry lives in Dallas. It's simple. Every week we going to team building. Every week.
We
figure this out.
We skydive in.
We gonna put the gloves on. We gonna box it out. Like we gonna get that right.
We going all across the world.
I need you. You need me.
Boy, gonna be. You gonna be seeing mad video of them snorkeling outside together. They
the best of friends.
They gonna be hunting. Listen, man, I don't care what you tell me. You can't, with 6 months of 2K, we can't be that upset behind the scenes. We can't be that upset behind the scenes.
You just made the Wizards a powerhouse.
I don't care what you tell me, because both boys, guess what? They only care about winning.
Exactly, and they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to make sure
both boys only care about winning. So you can't say nothing else. Like once you tell me that, you can't say anything like that.
JT, I still feel uncomfortable.
Both boys.
Putting him in a big three.
Why? How you jump to the Wizards? I'm specifically talking about the Mavs. No, it's over now. I'm just saying, like, jump to the Wizards.
I'm just saying. Kyle, you just. All right, so we did get into it, but I think you might want to throw a little extra sauce on it. I'm trying to throw you alleys. If I thought you out here acting like Blake Griffin with a knee injury, he can't dunk it, I'll throw the alley.
All right, man. Final shake.
All right, final shake. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You go first. I don't really have.
All right, so my final shake is with all these trades, all these big, quote unquote, big threes. And I'm thinking super down the line in the future. What happens in the next season? Season 2 champion's been crowned. What happens when it's time? Because now you have the rest of the NBA team supposed to be coming in at this point. From what Adam Silver said, we go by his plan. Year 3, the rest of the teams are supposed to jump in. So you know they're going to repeat the whole expansion draft process.
We don't know that for sure, but okay.
We're assuming. And now you have all these big threes. Who are you retaining now? Now, someone like
No, it might be moved to 3. That's too far ahead to think. It might be moved to 3.
I'm just saying, like, that's a reality you have to think about. When you're making these trades.
These big threes, a lot of big threes may not be big threes anyway, though. You don't know them. We don't know them.
A lot of players
we
that
don't
have
know.
retained
No,
last
I'm
year
saying
won't
though.
be retained.
I'm saying though, a lot of
Yeah,
big
too.
threes won't be big threes. You can't say it's too far.
Well, I'm just saying this is what people are saying.
Nah,
so my final shake is be very careful about who you bringing in and how you're shaping your organization, because next year you might lose pieces. So
I mean, that stands for
make sure the people you bring in garner success and they win. Because if you don't, you've wasted all that for nothing. It's all for naught.
Well, if you don't win,
yeah, because you have to let that. You don't think it's going to be a scenario where one of these teams traded for somebody, it doesn't work, and that person's going to go on to the they're not going to get franchise tag next year. That's going to happen. One of these teams, the scenario is not going to work, and they're going to franchise tag that player. You know what they're going to say? We were working very well until we did that move. So think about it. One of these amazing players might not have a franchise tag next season, and that'd be crazy.
Life goes on. I ain't even tripping. I
get home with a comic, ain't got no vision, y'all. But
it got nothing to do with vision. It got nothing to do with vision. It's just like, it is what it is. Like it's either you adapt or you get left behind. Like,
ooh, and I also want to bring him my final shake. Shout out to the homie Famous, man. Like, he did the heist. He's the only person who went to the championship game and was able to retain his whole team. I don't know how he did it, how it got done, but you, sir, are a genius because you were able to retain your whole team. Now you can retain your whole team. You were able to avoid your third best player, who was drop off, getting taken by any of these teams. That is salute to you.
Well, teams didn't do their research much, bro. So
obviously. Obviously.
Can't really say salute. They probably still don't think drop off is an important piece though. So
he was the glue of that. If you know anything, if you watch game footage, he was the glue. But
you can't really.
His defense, stick skills, offensively, you passed up.
You know, we never spoke on this episode on Final Shake, which I would like getting real fast. Who would you have taken? Would you have taken I'm So Far Ahead or Control?
Oh, I'm taking Control. Control's a known better talent than I'm So Far Ahead, by far. And Control proved that without him, they couldn't win. And they were a playoff team.
Yo, Frank, you be going next level before you get to the point, boy. And all you had to say was Control, proved, whatever. Oh, man.
I'm just being honest, man.
Listen,
you're killing me for being honest.
My final shake, good luck to the Lakers dynamic. I hope it works out well.
Don't do that, Carl. Try not to. Why you saying good luck to the Lakers? They got the 4th and 7th pick. They balling.
No, the dynamic, not that. The dynamic. As far as like, all right, look at this. All right, peep game, all right?
Yes, please.
Peep game,
that was a laugh. I'm sorry.
No, peep game. Moody comes from the Kings. The Kings were, for lack of a better word, a little bit lax.
Yes.
Them practice.
Unorganized.
May not have practiced much, whatever.
Yes.
The players were running the things over there.
Yes.
Whatever. Vert come from the Warriors. The Warriors now.
Didn't play bad. I mean, he lost every game pretty much by single digits. So it wasn't like.
No, stop. Warriors were terrible in season 1. Stop. I'm tired of. That's one of the worst.
They were not terrible.
That's one of the worst narratives I've ever seen pushed down someone's throat. No, you gave me off topic. Stop. You gave me off topic. That's one of the worst narratives that were pushed in the 2KLeague.
It's a true narrative.
No. All right, you got Vert now. He's coming from another losing culture, right?
But they only go ahead, man.
He's coming from another losing culture.
Okay.
And now you have Control, who was able to come from an organization where
that should have been in the playoffs.
Seemingly they did things correctly.
Yeah, they should have been in the playoffs.
So now you have 3 guys, 2 from a losing culture, 1 from a winning.
Winning culture. They should have been in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, 1 from a culture that showed winning. And now it's going to be interesting because the point guard's supposed to be like the head of the team, whatever, to see who's going to take the lead over there to get everything right and get people shaped right, if that makes sense.
So you agree that Vert will not be at the 5 next year?
If I had anything to do with the team, he'd be at the 5, the 3, and the 2, might be at the 1. You never know. My opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Moody Even though if he pushed for it, it was just either the smartest man in the world or the dumbest. But that will show out in season 2. I do think Vert was a talent that should have got picked up. I do think God 2K should. I
think Vert would have gotten picked up in the Larry spot.
Yeah, realistically.
If the team didn't happen or whatever, yeah, I think that would happen.
I just think, yeah, because I mean, like you said, the trade that came out beforehand, so they probably were drafting for the Cavs at that point. So.
They were.
But yeah, like.
So good luck. So my final shake is good luck to Lakers dynamic. I hope they get the dynamic right, not the talent, anything like that, just the dynamic.
No, I'm sorry, it's still funny though. But go ahead, do your thing.
And that's really it for me as far as final shakes, in my opinion. Good luck to the T-Wolves. That's another final shake for me as far as
they did good.
No, they did excellent. Good luck in now Good luck in now finding people. I mean, good luck in now figuring out the way or method to get the best out of your talent now, because you now have 2 high quality talent, and now you have to go out there and figure out the best way to get the most out of them and who to bring in. You have to be really careful as far as like who you want to bring around them also, because that's one nod that we gave to Brooklyn early in the episode, as far as you can bring anybody around their 2 players.
And they're gonna hold the ship.
Can you do the same for the Timberwolves?
Probably not. So that's very important.
Can you do the same? Can you do the same for the Lakers? Can you do the same for the Lakers?
If they bring a good coach.
I highly doubt. Regardless of coach or anything like that.
Both of those teams have to bring a coach in with a culture. Who already has an established culture, established game plan, established daily routine. Like, those things have to, even down to what they eat. Like, that stuff has to be mapped out with those 2 teams if you want it to work.
I don't know, but basically all I'm saying.
If I'm Minnesota, I'm bringing Hood out now, and we're working it out. I'm going to get an apartment, and we're going to just work on being the best teammate possible.
It's not even that though. You have to know who to put around these guys. You can't put people. Do not put people that these guys feel are inferior to them.
But that's hard to control. The draft, if you go for year 1, there's gonna be people that are not comp players.
Put people around these players that they are not going to belittle or they are not going to push aside.
That's hard.
And you won't end up in a WSO situation. Shout out my boy Winner.
Yeah, but I just think it's hard because a lot of people are not comp players, and some people who are not comp players will be.
It's super hard, of course,
so
but
just because you're not, it's the I'm
hard.
It's the adversity, not your father effect. Just because you're not in the comp tournaments every week doesn't mean that you're not a great player.
Oh no, of course, no,
so,
hard.
Those people, that's how people think.
Frank, I agree with you, Frank. Yeah. Frank, it's hard but not impossible to get people around people that people respect. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. I just think it's hard to control that through a draft.
No, it's not hard at all. It's really not hard at all, because if the coach buys into you and the coach believes in the player, the rest of the team should follow in and believe in that also. It's
Definitely.
All about creating a mindset. Nothing's hard though. I understand what you're saying, of course, but nothing's hard about creating a winning culture. People are acting like this. There's like people are moving like they're like this 2KLeague stuff is rocket science or something. I'm not talking about winning games here. We talk about creating a good environment. We talk about the environment. We're not talking about beating Kuda up and pick and roll here now. Like, come on,
we're talking about the culture.
Like, Jesus.
This is the state of the culture.
Like we talk about we're not trying to hear my team arguing with each other in the finals, talking about I'm better than him, don't listen to this. I'm better than him, don't listen to him. That's all. That's the only thing you don't want to create.
Exactly.
You don't want to create that in your team. You want to make sure your leaders are known. You want to make sure people are fighting for spots known as a friendly competition.
Exactly.
You don't ever want people, listen,
I've
heard players say some crazy stuff to their teammates before, you know?
Yeah, it's been really bad. You ever been in the studio, you've heard some crazy things.
Like, I've heard players tell players crazy things before. And I'm sure if they tell them that in the studio, what they telling behind the scenes, like, you're garbage, you know? Like, we seen one of the Kings guy, he even tweeted out where he said something about, would have been the best player on my team if it wasn't for egos. Yeah. Like, no, he said I'm the highest scorer on my team. But egos. But egos
make you think that I was nothing in the team.
Girl, you never know. Like, so, mind you, nobody care about your 2K stats though. Don't just stop. But yeah, but that is a fact that he was. So
numbers don't lie.
Except for in 2.
Except for in
2K. Except boys be average. Yo, boy screenshot.
Women lie, numbers don't.
Except in 2K, put that except in 2K because boys be having a whole 90 to 40 screenshot, but he had 24 points and 9 rebounds. Like, don't please. And then they be hitting me up. I played good. I did well. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Your team lost by 39. You did not play good. You picked up garbage buckets. Sometimes teams be pressing a certain way. They allow you to score because they saying you're gonna beat us. Because they specifically gonna leave you open because they know you're gonna shoot 9 for 18. You know, sorry to get off on a tangent, but no, it's not a tangent. It's just that people bring up nonsense when dealing with 2K numbers, and I'm tired of it.
No, I mean that's part of the problem, but that's analytics. That's where that's the.
Oh no, analytics are good if you're gonna find the correct analytic to use. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like I've heard crazy stats about certain things, and I just didn't understand why you make a draft pick based off of that stat when it could be easily.
Yeah, stat the best player to show up on time.
Finessed.
The best player to show up on time. That's how you draft off. But then that's the issue with certain players though, so you never know. So
yeah, so
you want to create certain cultures. That's all I'm saying though for those two teams. My final shake is just cultures, basically.
All right. And my last question to you, and then we can wrap it up, is: do you think this is the end for trades? Or you expect more trades coming?
Probably a little bit more. No game.
I'm very surprised people are giving away talented players for these draft picks when you don't know what the pool is. It's not like we know who's athlete's going to be.
Not when you don't know when the pool is.
Not when you have to make it.
Not even when you don't know when the pool is. When you didn't draft properly the first time going around.
Yeah.
A lot of people need to start acknowledging that they didn't draft properly the first time going around.
They have to fire me before I made. I be like, you gonna have to just fire me, dog. Cause I'm not coaching no team when I got the best dual money you can buy. Like I'm not. No, we gonna figure this out.
Maybe Jonah.
Let's get some tacos.
Maybe Jonah did that.
Jonah threw the bag.
No, I'm saying no, not threw the bag. I'm saying maybe that's how he left the
bad taste. Yeah.
No, maybe that's how he left the Mavs. As far as like maybe he wanted to trade them, and you never know. Anyway, that was first shake. Never know, right?
Never know. Well, that was our episode for today. Check us out weekly. We'll be back. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'm your host, LaShannon Frake. Here are my other hosts.
Con Baylor.
And we're out of here. Deuces!
He tough, right? Can't wrong voice. Niggas get shot every day. B.E.B. He tough, right? Can't wrong voice. Niggas get shot every day. B.E.B. He tough, right? Can't wrong voice. Niggas get shot every day. B.E.B. He tough, right? Can't wrong voice.
Niggas get shot every day. B.E.B.